Hi, everyone. Welcome to Insight Tuesday. What is today, July the 2nd? I'm going to give it a few seconds to let people in the room, and then we're going to go ahead and start. So just give some people some time to come in here. Right? Welcome to Insight Tuesday. Let's give it a second. All right. And for those that have never been here, Insight Tuesday is a time where we will just discuss a topic or something that's important for the RHIA and the RHIT fairly quickly, and then from there, kind of close it. So I did receive a lot of feedback in terms of things that people wanted to see subject-wise, and a lot of them were things that I wouldn't cover on an Insight Tuesday, to be honest. That's something that would be left to actually learning that in the courses that I offer. So yeah, just FYI, I won't cover everything. It's not a substitution for the actual course itself that we have for sale, but this will be what I can cover in the time that I have available. So that being said, I'm going to go ahead and start Insight Tuesday. Let me go ahead and share my screen. And today I am going to cover a topic that is important to understand for this exam. And that is going to be the components of an EHR system. If you are taking the RHIA, then the topics that we're covering today would be important or useful for Domain 1 and Domain 3. If you're taking the RHIT, then I want to say you're looking at Domain 3 for the topic that we will briefly cover today. But in any case, you want to make sure that you understand the components of an EHR system. Right. So the first question that you want to ask yourself with this is, what is an EHR system? You want to know what that is, right? What is that? So a EHR system is going to be a digitized version of a patient's medical history that is kept by a provider over time. If you're unaware of this, prior to technology being used, medical records were kept on paper, and they would have this huge storage closet full of all of these different patients' medical information. And it was the responsibility of the medical staff to go into this room, find or pull the medical record of the person that they were going to be seeing that day, having everything be documented, by hand from different staff members. And then they would close the folder, it would go back in, and this folder would just get bigger and bigger and bigger with all of this information. But over time, we had the creation of EHRs, and then we no longer have to worry about having things on paper anymore. There are still some things that are on paper, but for the most part, things are electric now. So you can just log into a cloud system, or if it's not a sophisticated system that's on the cloud, maybe it's some type of software that is downloaded to your actual computer. But in any case, you can log in and physically see the patient's information, easily scheduling. There's all these different modules that have then been added on over time, and it's still growing to this day. So if you don't know what an EHR is, first off, electronic health record, you want to know that. And now let's talk about the components of an electronic health record. So what I did here is I just listed for you guys the actual components that make up or can make up a EHR system. Not all EHRs are going to have this list of, systems or modules. It can vary, but these are just some that you want to be aware of. So I have these listed. Registration, ADT is what you may see on the abbreviation RADT. That stands for Registration, Admission, Discharge, Transfer. Patient Financial Services, Order Communication and Results Retrieval, Ancillary, Clinical and Department Applications, Patient Monitoring Systems, Document Management System, Clinical Messaging and Patient Provider Portals, Result Management, Computerized Power Order Entry System, Electronic Medication Administration Record, Clinical Decision Support System, and Health Information Exchange. All of these systems, modules can be found or could be classified as components within an EHR system. Why are they there? Because they will help support the journey of the patient and also help the provider be able to easily and more effectively treat the patient. I'll just pick one of these just as an example. I'll pick on electronic medication administration record. So there is the option now where you can have some type of barcode that you can actually scan. And then once you scan that barcode, the medication that you are currently looking at, or that is a part of that scanned, item, can now be directly inputted into a system, a EHR or whatever information system that you're using. And that's just one example of just how effective the use of technology has become. You don't have to write things out anymore. You can scan something and have that information accurately go into the system. All of these different areas play a very important role in an EHR. I'm not going to go through all of the details of each one. That's something that I cover in my course, but this is just a list for you guys to see the components of an EHR and understand that you want to know what these components are. Okay. Switching gears here, I have roughly about 7 minutes left. I'm doing good. I wanted to also use this time to cover some common questions that I get from students, non-students, just, watchers of the YouTube channel, emails, etc. Common questions that I receive about the EHR. And I wanted, or not EHR, sorry, about the RHIA. So I wanted to go ahead and clarify those questions today in our Insight Tuesday. So the first common question that I get is, can I use a calculator on the RHIA exam? The answer is yes, you can use a calculator on the RHIA exam. In fact, they will provide you with a calculator that you can use to answer questions. There will be questions where you will need to have a calculator. The types of questions that I am referring to, case mix is definitely one where you will find yourself needing a calculator. If you don't know how to calculate for a case mix index problem, then I do have a YouTube video on my channel that will help you figure out, how to solve that fairly quickly. But yes, you do need a calculator and they will provide that to you. Another common question I get is, What should I be using to study for the exam? The answer to that question is you need to have the RHIA question book. There is a book that has, I'm forgetting the number of questions right now off the top of my head, but there is a HEMA practice question book that they released, and you want to have that book. Why do you want to have that book? Because that book is going to help you first see the language that is used to test you for this exam, and two, you'll get an idea of where you are when it comes to readiness for the exam. So you want to have that book, and you also want to have, if you're taking the RHIA, you want to make sure that you have the Oates and Waters Health Information Management Concepts, Principles, and Practice textbook. The exam is based off of several, textbooks, but that's the main textbook that makes up this exam. There are others books out there as well that you may, if you want to purchase them, you can. If you don't want to purchase them and you want to make sure that you have covered that concept, in my course, I went ahead and got those books and read that content and made my actual exam prep program from all the books that they use. So if you want to purchase the course and be able to save your money on buying those additional resources, you can. Do you need all the books to pass? No, it really comes down to, do you understand and can you answer the questions that are in the RHIA book? Are you fluent enough in the concepts to take this exam? And that is really that's really going to determine, what steps you take next. I always tell everyone the RHIA exam prep programs out there, they're not for everyone, right? Not everyone needs to take a prep course to pass, right? It's not for everyone. So just be honest with yourself. And if you feel like, you know what, I need assistance, I need help, then that's where you would want to purchase a course like mine. And we have that, that available. I'll share the details later. If you don't need it and you just are good with, the resources that I mentioned, that's also great too. Okay. So how do you know when you're ready? That's a question I get a lot. I've been studying for 2 months. I've been studying for a month, for 6 months. How do I really know when I'm truly ready? The answer to that is, it's going to have to be a gut feeling. Like, you're never going to fully feel ready for the RHIA. You're never going to feel completely ready because there's so much information that is covered in this short exam. So you're never fully going to know or feel like, oh my God, I'm ready to take this exam. So what I would say is, are you able to answer all of the questions in that AHEMA practice book? And I don't mean memorize, because a lot of people memorize the book. They have looked through it, they've gone through it time and time again, to the point that they have memorized the answers and have tricked themselves into thinking that they understand the concept when in fact they don't. So if I were to change the question and have the answer still be the same term that was initially the answer, would you get that answer right? Your answer to that question should let you know whether or not you are ready to take this exam or not. It is not, oh, I know all the answers in the book, so I'm ready. No, that is not it. If I were to close the book and ask you to talk to me about this term or that term from the book, would you be able to do that confidently? And if you're not able to do that, then you want to do more studying. So that is my answer to that question that I get a whole lot. How do I know when I'm ready? You're going to know by your ability to speak on that topic and answer questions about it without thinking about it too hard. Should I take the RHIA exam? Another common question. Well, it depends on you, right? These certifications are supposed to not be this thing that you do just to say, yeah, I got the RHIA, or yeah, I got the RHIT. I can put that on my resume and I'm just a amazing person. There are some people that do that, but the purpose of a certification is to be used for maybe a job that you're trying to do, or maybe you're trying to learn and master the knowledge that that certification covers. That's really the purpose of earning a certification. So in my head, when someone is trying to take the RHIA or trying to take the RHIT, that is someone that has discovered that the job role that they're trying to do, or the job that they're trying to do, or their future plans is going to require or will fit in with the certification. If you want to become a some type of um, legal professional within health IT, this certification may not be what you want or need. If you're trying to be a coder, it's great to have the RHIA certification, but there are coding certifications that would make more sense for you to earn if you haven't earned them yet, right? So I just want people to be smart when they're thinking about using the time, their energy, and their money to study for these certifications. Make sure that it makes sense for your career path. And if it doesn't, it's okay. You don't have to have every certification that was ever made by a HEMA or by HIMSS. You don't have to do that. Okay. How long should I study? That's the last common question that I get. How long should I study? And my answer to that is study once again until you have the ability to teach others the concepts that you need to know for the exam, and study long enough to where you can see a list of RHI questions and easily answer them without a bother, or RHIT without a bother. When you get to that place or that point, that means that you are ready and you have done your due diligence, and it's now time to prove yourself on test day. Okay, so these are common questions. I'm hoping that the people that are here and the ones that will watch it afterwards hear something from these answers and get some more clarification, because these are the most popular questions I get. Okay. All right, so I'm running a little over, so let me hurry up. Some quick RHIA Essential updates. If you are someone that indeed plans to take the RHIA exam or even the RHIT, listen up. These are some updates that I have for you. First off, we have at this moment recently released, as of yesterday, a RHIT/RHIA practice exam. If you are, maybe you've memorized all of the answers in the book, you are not really sure if you fully are ready for this exam or not, or maybe you're someone who wants to gauge where they are in test readiness before you actually go in and use the practice book and actually, start to map out your study plan. This exam that we have is going to be a great tool to indicate your readiness. It is 100 questions, and these questions will let you know the topics and the concepts that you need to work on. Okay. These are valid questions, and they are set up in a way that you will really know where and what to study for. So if you're still on the fence, you have like maybe a month left, or 2 weeks, or even 3 months left, and you just need a resource, a test out, or questions outside of the AHEMA book, check this out. You get 30 days of access. It's $30 for these exams. You don't have to pay AHIMA, local AHIMA chapters to, get a practice exam. It's going to be here for you, and you can use it whenever you want, okay, for like within those 30-day period. So check it out. And we also have a RHIA as well as a RHIT fundamental quick guide, quick facts that you should know before you take these exams. We have one for the RHIA on the screen. We also have one for the RHIT for those that are studying for that RHIT exam. So just wanted to plug that. If you are here and you're like, this is great, I've really enjoyed this Insight Tuesday series. It's not enough for me. I would love more information. There's some stuff that you're not covering. Like I said before, I'm not going to cover everything because most of the content and most of the details have already been shown in our courses. So if you're thinking about our courses and you just want some more information from me, we have 2 courses. There is a premium course and we have a standard course. Now, the common question I get is, what is the difference between these 2 courses? Both of these courses are going to cover the actual concepts in detail of what you need to understand. These are not me throwing PowerPoint slides or notes at you. You're going to hear my voice, and I'm going to be talking you through all of these different concepts that you need to know. Okay, so that is guaranteed. This is not you pay your money and then I just throw words at you. No, we're going to talk through everything together. The premium package is a little different because there's some additional things with that package. With the premium package, you're going to, of course, get that detailed video lesson for each domain. You're going to have quizzes provided after each domain. You're going to get a workbook to go along with your studying to help reinforce what you've been taught in your video lessons. You're going to get with that a pre and post RHIA test to take within the system. You get to access and join the RHIA Ready community, which are other people that have purchased this course who are, communicating and able to ask questions and do these things from within this private community. I answer their questions privately. This is not seen on YouTube. So people's questions that are asked and that I address would not be seen from people unless you're actually a part of that community. But that's a benefit for the premium package. And then bonus content. So there's a math review that I provide, that very detailed math review for equations and things that you need to know how to solve for the RHIA. That is only covered in the premium. I did see some people that were asking me to show them how to solve some mathematical problems. Those equations, those math problems are a part of the bonus content in my course. So like I said, some things I will cover on this channel, some things I'm not going to cover. So that is a premium package. The standard package is going to have the video lessons. It's going to have the quizzes. It's going to have the workbook, but you're not going to have access to that pre and post test. You're not going to get access to that community, and you wouldn't have access to that bonus content. So to answer that common question, those are the differences between the 2 plans. Also, big note here, this big alert that I want to say is you'll see on our website that for this initial payment, you're gaining 30 days of access to this program. If you need 30 more days after additional access after the 30 days are over, it happens a whole lot. This is a monthly subscription program. You pay your initial payment, and then after your 30 days are up, every month after, you'll be charged $29.99 until you cancel your subscription. You can cancel it at any moment. There are no secrets, any hiding to this. You have the option to say, hey, I no longer need this course. Let me unsubscribe to it. Let me, remove the automatic, renewal. And you have the power to do that from your portal. So this amount is only for the 30 days, and then you would pay $29.99 every month, or for the 31st day moving forward, you'll pay $29.99 each month thereafter. Okay, that is how it works. That's another question that I get a whole lot that I wanted to clarify with you guys today. All right. To close things off, we also have a weekly RHIA question series. These used to be free, right? So if you checked out the first, I think 3 or 4 weeks, you had free access to the questions to kind of see how it works. And if you still want to be a part of that and you still want to receive these weekly RHIA questions, then the only fee is paying whatever fee it is that Medium has, but you can follow me on Medium and you can gain access to these weekly questions. And I post weekly questions, practice questions every week to help you once again as you are preparing for your RHIA. So if you are open and you want to be a part of the weekly series and you enjoyed them, then follow me on Medium and become a member of Medium, and then you'll be able to gain access to my content regarding the weekly RHIA question series with your membership. Okay, and that is all that I have. I'm a little over, but hopefully this was helpful and clarified a lot of questions that have come my way about my courses, about the RHIA in general, and then also just understanding that you need to know the concepts of an EHR, system for your exams. Once again, please share, subscribe to the channel, let others know who are prepping for their exams that this is here. This is free every single Tuesday. So this is a great tool for them to have. Let them know. And once again, if you do have any feedbacks or any topics that you would like to see, feel free to submit it, add it to this channel. It's not guaranteed that I'm going to cover it because some things will only be covered in my courses. But yeah, just let me know what it is that you actually do want to see. And if it's something that I can cover in the time and it's not, a serious topic that I kind of keep to the course, I will go ahead and cover it. Also, if someone's studying the RHIT, please let them know that this is also a good resource for them. Because if you guys are unaware of this, it's the same concepts on both exams. So what we cover here could also translate over to the RHIT. So make sure that you let people know who are studying for the RHIT that this is a useful tool that they can also watch for free and gain some type of insight. Okay, so I don't see any questions. Does anyone have any questions for me? If not, I will go ahead and close our live for today. Any questions for me? Any questions? I'm going to take silence as no. So I'm going to go ahead and close the live. You guys have an awesome rest of your week. And I will see you guys next week for our next Insight Tuesday. All right. Bye, everyone.